Alright. I guess we can get started now. Yes. And when last we left off, you all decided to go to bed for the evening.
Oops.
Okay, so how many of us are stabbed in the night?
Why would any of you get stabbed?
I don't know. Pirate village.
They're pirates, not thieves.
I mean,
Yeah, they'd instead hit us with like a saber or something.
I mean, that's a big stab. Does the night pass without incidents?
It's a bit turbulent, but other than the turbulence, yes, it passes without anything major going on.
Excellent.
Alright. Wakes up first.
Roll D100s.
George.
Well, you're doing French national anthem?
Yeah, I have punch out in the brain. Apparently all of us are sleeping in today, except for Beastie.
Yeah, Beastie, for some reason, your eyes snap open at precisely the amount of sleep you need for the night. Beastie.
Yep. Steve will sit up out of bed, will crumble because she did not like the sensation of sleeping on a bed, and is gonna head out and look around.
You head out, and you hear people walking above deck, but there doesn't appear to be too much activity on your deck, except for the door to your right. As you pass it, you seem to hear the clinking and clattering of what appears to be kitchen utensils.
She'll pause and we'll just take a look inside.
You see four pirates going about their business within what looks to be a kitchen. Each of them seem to be doing something. One person is cooking meat, another is chopping vegetables, a third is getting slices of fruit and adding it to plates, and a fourth shoves a plate of food in your hand and goes back to what they were doing.
She looks confused. I will look down at the food. Be like, okay. I will just start eating it as she heads up to the top deck.
Alright. Let's see, who's next? I believe the next highest number was a 47, so it'll start A.
Do it again.
Alright. Ada will blink awake and we'll look around.
You see Hubert sitting in his chair, his usual kettle sitting atop the table with a steaming cup of coffee that he is sipping while reading a book.
She will freshen herself up and we'll go over and we'll look over Hubert's shoulder to see what he's reading.
Can you read Abyssal?
Let's see. Pretty sure she can. Yes.
It just appears to be a book on demon anatomy.
Why are you reading a book on demon anatomy?
If I need to kill them.
I mean, fair enough. But why now?
You assume that I haven't been doing this all along.
Ah. Fair enough. May I
Were
have
you
some
aware?
coffee?
He will pour you a mug and say, "Were you aware that some demons possess 7 hearts?"
7.
Yes. Unless you destroy all 7 of them, the demon does not die.
Why do they need 7?
They're just born that way.
Considering how tough they must be, very tough or very big, otherwise the power of 7 hearts would cause the blood to rupture out of their veins.
Not necessarily.
Why is that?
If the circulatory system was made to compensate for 7 hearts, more than likely, they would pump at 1/7 of that of a normal humanoid.
If that's the case, then wouldn't they die if you got rid of most of their hearts?
No, according to this, it has to be all 7.
Demon biology is confusing.
Jubilee, you are awoken by the conversation of demon biology.
But thinking about it, there must be an easier way to kill them than stopping all of their hearts. I suppose brain death, but that would be difficult for most to do.
I also don't really feel like you could make a demon brain dead.
Don't they have brains?
I'm uncertain.
Only we had a test subject. Granted, I wouldn't really want to kill them, but I could bring them back.
No, you couldn't. If they die on the material plane, their soul goes back to the abyss.
So you're saying it doesn't actually kill them?
Correct.
Interesting. Only we knew where to find the demon. One that would be willing to go through such experiments.
Jubilee, why are you pretending to still be asleep over there?
Chaos?
Sorry, I got distracted by Twitter. What was going on?
You got woken up by the talks of demon biology.
Well, you just wanted to talk about demon biology. Why didn't you ask?
We were talking about the easiest way to kill a demon, but
I have severely misunderstood the situation.
Also,
Seriously,
also, you're a devil. You're not a demon.
just shrugs. Yeah, but that doesn't really go as well with flirting. In any case, though, for a serious moment, when killing a demon is really difficult. That's why banishing is usually the preferred method.
is that so?
If you banish something back to its home plane, it does have to stay there for a bit.
If you're able to keep that
Takes a lot.
banishment up for, what, a minute?
Correct.
True, but again, if you slay a demon but don't outright kill it, it will just reappear in its home plane and come back eventually.
It does take a while for it to reform, though.
Well, how much is a
True.
while? Is it a while in For example, Jubilee's terms or my terms?
It would be one or the other. It ultimately depends.
It can vary.
What? Does it depend on the demon?
Hubert shrugs to this. It just depends. There's no rhyme or reason behind how long or how short it takes.
It's not like there's someone who can research it without getting their head lopped off.
Maybe I could ask X. Granted, he might not know himself. But that's a conversation for another time. You sleep alright, Jubilee?
I slept enough.
I was
slept
referring to
decently.
Jubilee, but I was going to get to you later.
It's not easy sleeping on a ship, but it's not impossible, and I slept decently.
It's
You
also
get it.
difficult whenever you decide to sleep in a chair for some reason.
I thought about doing more research on the book, but then I thought better of it, and I was decided to just rest my eyes there as it was. I was like already there, so
I see.
it's a really comfy chair actually.
Ada won't look to the chair. Does
The
it
chair
look
looks back
comfortable?
at you.
Huh?
Huh?
Chair is a mimic.
What you looking at?
Roll for initiative.
That chair's a mimic. It apparently is a very tame or a very perverted one. I'm not sure which.
Have you heard the horror story about the killer in the chair? Well, I was just going to take a seat and see how comfortable it actually is.
Roll a d100?
Huh?
Feels like a chair.
It's alright.
You believe from now on you're going to sleep in something that does not hurt your posture.
Jubilee looks normal. I'm like, didn't hurt.
Too
I
bad.
mean, it's not the best chair, but it's a decent. Okay.
He nods. Anyway, please get me some breakfast. I'm going upstairs. Remember vegetarian options?
Vegetarian.
Or fish. Well, unless they have
Presbyterian,
eggs.
got it. Presbyterian, got it.
Fish is the last resort. Thank you.
Presbyterian is fish and egg only. So that's just out of character. That's what a Presbyterian is.
I know, I know.
Pescatarian.
Presbyterianism?
Pescatarian.
Pescanary.
Prestidigitationism.
Avada Kedavra.
Alright. I believe that Thorgrim and or LV is next up.
Thorgrim is always the first roll.
Okay, so Thorgrim is next.
Thorgrim will sort of just sit up, yawn, fall out of the hammock because he didn't remember he was in a hammock, and just go, fuck! Ow! Okay, I'm up. I'm up. Gets up, stretches, cracks his neck, cracks his back. Ah! Fucking boats. Is Dozenoff awake?
No, he is still snoozing.
That's fine. You can keep snoozing. Thorgrim will grab his hammer off the wall and will do his morning stretchers, because he's the old man, and he will climb down down the ladder and will join Sigmund. Ow! I mean, morning.
As you pass by the door, you hear and smell the sounds of food being prepped.
What kind of food smells?
The food that smells like food.
Well, I mean, does it smell like bacon food?
No, it doesn't smell like bacon, unfortunately.
Ah, darn. Something smells nice.
And you see Hubert and Adel Sardet walking up the stairs, and Jubilee seems to be heading towards where she believes food is.
Okay. Thorgrim kind of like walks up to meet the others, sees Hubert and Adel going up the stairs, sees Jubilee going back the other way, and is like, "Oh, wait up, hold on." And he kind of like abruptly about faces and turns around. Reaches out with his hammer and pokes Jubilee in the back.
Jubilee, you get prodded
yes.
in the back by a warren.
Yes.
Morning.
Can I help you, Thorgrim?
You
Morning.
looking to grab some food?
Some food for Adel, myself, and Hubert, yes.
Alright, well, I think I'm gonna join you. I'm getting a little hungry. And I'm a little bit pissed off that I kind of fell out of bed. So, I'm gonna just eat because I'm kind of angry. I tend to eat when I'm frustrated. So, yeah.
Okay. Well, lead the way, because I'm not exactly sure where the kitchen is.
Oh, yeah, it's just over here. And I will lead Jubilee to where I smelled the smells of smells, which I believe is over home.
That is indeed where you smelled the smell of smells.
Yay, smells. Is door open or door closed?
It is closed presently, but it is unlocked.
Excellent. I will just wander on in.
As the door opens, one of the pirates walks to you with a plate of food, hands it to you, and goes about his business.
Hey, do you have any, like, vegetarian stuff? You know, like non-meat options?
No.
Shit. Got any fish at least?
He just stops and slowly looks at you and says, "Yeah."
I wasn't sure if you'd eat, wasn't sure if you were low on it or something, because, you gotta go fishing and stuff. Can I get an extra plate of fish for one of my friends?
He watches you for a minute, but eventually sighs and serves you a plate.
Thanks, mate. And he'll kind of just walk back to Jubilee and hand the plate of fish to Jubilee and say, sorry, no veggie options. This is the best I can do.
Well, I mean,
Just share.
there are a few vegetables and a few fruits, mostly oranges, on the plate they have served you. It just, they don't seem to serve one without the other.
Yeah, exactly. Balanced diet.
I'll just share this plate with Adel, and I'll have the fish.
Sounds good. And does Hubert want anything specifically?
No, but knowing Hubert, yeah, well, I should get a plate from him. Here, hold this. I give the plate back to Thorgrim,
okay.
and then I'll wait patiently for my plate.
He's holding up two plates and a warhammer.
Whenever you enter, they give you a plate.
Thank you. And I'll go back to Thorgrim, take the other plate from him, and then go all the way to where Adel is.
That is above deck. Basically have to resolve the next waker, who I believe is Scalodius.
Priestman.
Snoring noises. Oh. Very good. That was a lovely sleep I had. Ah. And he'll get up and do his morning prayers and such and get ready for the day. Probably go out and see nobody because Thornton's probably upstairs by now.
Yeah, probably. He'll probably just wander up just because he's bored.
I like how it was Group A that woke up first, and now it's Group B waking up.
I know, right? Funny how that works.
He'll just kind of wait around and see if anyone else gets up next.
Okay. Next one on our docket appears Elvie.
Yes, I believe it is a smart one. Ovi actually was like asleep now, so it took a little longer for her to wake up, and so she gets up slowly out of her bed, does a stretch, and then after preparing her spells and praying to Okrumbu, which is especially interesting considering they're on the open waves instead of on solid ground, will wander out as soon as I find which room I put her in.
Far left.
Far left. I can see George. Ah, okay, there. Far left. And just wander out, and nobody's there.
As you wander out,
You walk
you
right
see
past
Scelo-
Scalodius.
Yeah, you walk past Scalodius, who seems to be waiting on people.
Oh.
Morning.
Oh, good morning. Sorry, I was somewhat distracted. Hello.
I have not slept that good in a while.
I have not
How about
slept.
you?
I have not slept in a while. I could not meditate. It was rather difficult.
You. Scalodius looks confused for a moment. Just like, then he's like, "Oh, that's what you just call your trancing, was it?"
Yes, my meditative trance.
Yes. I briefly forgot for a moment that you don't sleep, technically.
Well, I could. I actually did last night, but that was because I could not achieve my trance as effectively as I would have liked.
Oh, that's not good.
As the locomotion of the boat was distracting.
I felt it rather calming to me, kind of like being cradled in arms.
Well,
It's a very hard thing for me to do, considering, my size and all.
As a fellow tall person, I would agree. But, yes, it was... I will admit, I have not been on many sea voyages in my time, even as old as I am, so it is difficult for me to adjust to the constant motion.
Well, if there's anything you're needing, don't hesitate to let me know, my friend.
Well, if you can get the boat to stop moving, I would appreciate that. And she just sort of grins at you.
He just kind of stood there trying to. You can almost see the buffering sign over his head as he's trying to figure out how to accomplish his task.
Eventually, Elvie notices that the joke kind of just flew over Scalodius' head and just reaches out and sort of ruffles his head scales. Just, don't worry about it, it was merely a jest.
Yes, well. Just was trying to figure a solution for you, but nothing came to mind, of course.
Yes, it is difficult to stop a boat from moving. Well, it isn't that difficult. However, yes, never mind. Bad imagery. Bad imagery. I suppose the
I'm
others.
starting to think you've been around I'm starting to think you've been around the tiefling too long.
No, I was thinking more the boat sinking. I would rather not have that happen.
That would be a bad thing.
Indeed. Anyway, I suppose the others are above deck, so maybe we should check there to see if any have awoken before us. I do not believe I have awakened as early as I would have usually liked. She just
I
sort
not
of
think
looks around.
about that.
Yes,
Maybe we should check.
I fear for once I have slept in late.
Well, up to you, Miss Helby.
Indeed.
Miss Elvira.
Elvira. I'm gonna hug you. I love you. No. Elvie will turn on her heel and will begin the slow march upstairs.
And Scalius will slowly follow.
Okay.
Next.
Next.
Let's see. The next is George, by the looks of it. And since Otto is after that, Jay, you can just have both of your characters wake up at the same time.
Okay. George will wake up, kind of see that the boat's still rocking. I'm gonna kind of slowly drag himself and just have to get up, kind of trip over a little bit. Eventually he'll get his footing and get ready. He'll just be like, I not like being on ships. And he'll step out of his room, and he'll start making his way upstairs. At the same time, Otto is going to wake up from pretty much being in a deep sleep, as immediately going to hop out of bed, immediately fall on his ass because he wasn't used to the ship moving like that. He'll then just say, ow, and then we'll grab his stuff, get himself ready, dust himself off, and he'll go check on Hoppy.
Hoppy appears to have stayed in the spot that you told him to, in front of your door, making sure nobody has entered it, and as you come out, looks to you.
Oh. Good morning, Hoppy.
Hello.
Anything interesting happen overnight?
No.
Okay. It's actually good to hear. Let's go then. And he will also start making his way upstairs.
Alright. Let's see. As you come up the stairs, you see Rodriguez sitting on the stairs up to the closest baliste to you all, and he seems to be eyeing Zug, who at present moment appears to be asleep, but is also tied to the post that he is sleeping near.
This is comfortable to this. Why me no think of that?
To be honest with you, he didn't think of that either.
Huh?
I had to tie him there.
Why?
He kept attempting to disassemble our ballista.
She just sort of rubs her face. Ah. Sorry.
It's not your fault. He just appears to be curious on how things work.
He's nuts. He is goblin. He is silly like that. Anyway, can you tie me up tonight? We don't like sleeping in bed.
Why is that?
Not used to it. Me prefers sleeping standing.
That is very strange, but I will see if I am able to accommodate.
She nods. Well, I'll walk over to Rodriguez. Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Spot anything while we were all downstairs?
We saw a few bioluminescent creatures in the water. A few strange flying beasties, but nothing of danger came to the ships while you were all resting. I assure you.
I see.
You seem almost disappointed.
Not necessarily disappointed, more surprised. The last time I was out at sea almost every day was a horrific endeavor.
Is that so?
Yes. There was the Kraken, there was the mist that you didn't, and there was the whole not recognizing the bodies in the water, there was the dragon turtle, there was that creature that had anti-magic vision, there was the time elemental, there was the Knight of Baba Yaga, there was a lot.
How fun.
I wouldn't really call that fun.
Why ever not?
I don't tend to consider fighting for my life against unknowable creatures fun.
I find it rather enjoyable.
Well, I suppose for someone that enjoys those sorts of adventures, it would be. I'm not much of an adventurer. Well, not by choice anyway.
I see.
Yeah.
Well, how are you handling yourself on the ship, other than the previous situations?
Aside from that, I'm completely fine. I've traveled on ships quite a bit in my time.
Hopefully we have a fairly safe day of sailing ahead of us.
Let's hope you didn't just jinx it.
I hope I did.
I
That'll make
see.
it more interesting after all.
For you, maybe.
For everyone.
Well, I'll just start looking out over the waves and we'll check her compass to see if they're still going the right way.
You are?
Alright?
We have not lost our direction.
That's good.
We are a bit practiced in sailing after all.
Given the circumstances of this area, yes. I imagine that you're very competent.
Well, let us be on our way and see what happens.
Oh, not to this.
Otto will raise his hand in the background.
Yes, Otto.
Remember what I asked you yesterday about explosive ammunition?
Yes.
Were you able to look into that, or do you still want me to wait?
You are. He chuckles a bit to this and says, "You are a very impatient young boy, aren't you, sir? Young man, aren't you, sir?"
I've been told that before. But I like to be prepared just in case if we, I guess, lack of better words, get attacked by multiple enemies.
He chuckles a bit to this, but does offer you a piece of ammunition.
You know, I'll take it. Take a look at it.
Do be careful with that.
I will. I won't really use it unless it's kind of an emergency.
Immediately sets part of the ship on fire.
Immediately
Whoops.
aims it at the other ship. The other side of the ship.
How do you point? Where do you point this thing? I don't know.
Oh, it's not pointing, he's gonna fucking yeet it.
This bitch empty. Yeet.
We're just gonna go to side of the ship and kind of just look out, see if he sees anything.
Roll perception. You see a lot of various birds flying about. You think they're pelicans diving into the water, presumably catching prey.
Oh, alright. He does, and he keeps looking out at that. He's then going to attempt to contact his mother.
You're gonna do what now?
Attempt to contact his mother.
You get an immediate answer. As Azazel says, "Hello, George.
What, mother?
How are you this day?"
Rocky, since I'm on a ship currently.
Wouldn't you be watery?
I'm not in the water yet, so. And the ship is rocking, so I figured it'd be more accurate.
I hope that isn't bothering you too terribly much.
Nothing I can't handle. Figured I'd give you a little bit of an update. We are currently sailing to try to go see if we can find a thing that can permanently kill Deadbeard.
I see. And what brought this on?
Negotiations with Montague.
Did they go well?
Well, I assume so. We made a deal to where if we end up, I believe, if I remember correctly, the deal was we deal with Deadbeard as well as let them have all the treasure from Deadbeard. That they will give us the Dream King's regalia as well as freeing Pole Masters safely.
Like a deal.
Yep. Only concern though is I'm sure we'll be able to handle it. That handle that, but there is a concern of one of us making a deal with Montague, which is a little concerning to me.
Sorry, I did not hear you.
Oh, I said there was. I remember. Pretty much said there's a deal that was made with Montague by one of the party. Or a member of the party.
I heard that. I meant what you just said.
Oh, and George says a little concerning when he thinks about it.
Well, I do hope everything goes well for you. I am uncertain what adversities you'll be finding yourself coming in front of on your trip, I'm afraid.
Yeah, I'm sure it's nothing we won't be able to handle. Anyway, how are things at Haven?
All well and good. No major issues.
They're saying there were minor issues.
Very minor, nothing important. We had a small caravan come in unaware of our rules and regulations within the city is all.
A caravan?
Yes.
So, like, travelers, shopkeepers.
I believe they were just traveling.
Oh, they have any names at all?
Aria meeting.
I could.
Let's see. One of the names was Yuval, Zelma, Wildo, and Ikal.
Who?
I'm not spelling them. They're not important.
Okay. Alright. Huh. Alright.
Is he telling the truth, though?
I don't think I can insight the DM.
Sure, why not?
What? Alright. It's telling the truth.
I'm lying to you. You believe nothing about what I have just said.
Then I want their names spelled out.
Nope.
Shit.
Just because that's what you believe doesn't mean I have to adhere to it.
Oh, alright. What about the three cultists that were in prison for a while?
They are still recovering after the removal of their parasites, but they are still locked away.
Well, that's good. Not the locked away part, but them recovering.
We've been keeping an eye on them, making sure that they aren't causing any trouble.
Alright. I did have a odd question for you, and if this is overstepping, that's fine. But how did you acquire the weapon you possess?
My sight,
Mm-hmm.
I was born with it.
Molded by it.
Huh. That's interesting.
When I was created by the god of death, it was a part of me from the very beginning.
Is that how most angels are born? Do they just always have a weapon with them?
Right. We are made with everything we have. Our weapons, our armor, our purpose, our memories.
Wait, you're made with memories?
To an extent. Clearly, we do not know everything as if we had a past life, but we know who created us, what our purpose is, why they created us, and so on and so forth. Who their rivals are.
Huh. Alright. Sorry, I was just curious about that.
I'm always happy to answer your curiosities.
Well, can I ask one more question I'm curious about then?
Go ahead.
Do you think it'd be possible for you to teach me that move you did during our fight?
Which one?
I guess the one where you walked out the sun with that giant spear? Then proceeded to throw it down to the ground with me underneath it?
I could see what I am able to do, but I don't know if you will be capable of actually casting it.
I'm willing to try.
Then I will see
Why
what
is
I
it
can
fit-
do. The only problem is it will take a long while to learn the spell.
That's fine. Either way, I guess I should get back to everyone and make sure that Otto doesn't blow up the other side of the ship.
Sorry.
Off of the distance. Explosion. That was cool!
Wow.
It really did explode. Alright. Guess I will talk to you soon then, Mother.
Have a good day, George.
You as well. Then we'll cut the call and start to head back.
Anyone else have anything they want to do?
Can't think of anything.
I guess, like, don't have to RP it, they will just fuss over pet spiders.
Alright.
Oh, right. She'll ask Obitus to teach her more spider.
Obi is not on the top deck at the moment.
He's gonna go around to look for him.
Eventually, you have to go 2 decks down, but you find Obi 2 decks below, seeming to have just now gotten his breakfast for the day.
Hey, Dad, can you teach me more spider?
Sure, after I eat.
Okay. And she'll just sit and wait.
You want to do it down here, and 2 decks below, 2 decks below the surface, or do you want to actually go do it on top deck?
Well, I know that some of the others wanted to learn spider too, so on the top deck.
It was your elf friend, and I guess also Otto. Though I think he was mostly learning because he was curious, Obi says, as he follows you back up to the top. So after he eats, I will need an intelligence check to see how well you learn how to spider.
For all three of us.
Whoever's
Wow.
whoever's going to attempt to learn spider.
Okay, so attempt
All
to
will
learn
attempt.
the art of the spider.
Wow. I forgot to do my things. Hold on.
Spooter. Eh. What? Why did you learn? Why did you roll 2 more times?
Not important.
Good pun.
Squinty face. I sense a divination pun.
Alright. So, as Obi begins teaching about halfway through his lesson, he just stops and stares as neither Adel nor Adel appear to be paying that much attention.
Elby seems to be writing in her book. Kind of just scribbling down notes of just like, dot dash, dot dot dash, kind of Morse code type things.
Why are you not paying attention to the lesson I am trying to teach you?
I'm sorry, I don't know what happened.
You started looking at your spiders.
Ah,
My suggestion, Adel Sarday, is I am not saying that your spiders aren't adorable. They certainly are. However, they seem to be quite distracting. So perhaps moving them to a different location so they wouldn't be as distracting would be beneficial to your learning how to communicate with them.
he grunts a little and we'll just put them back in their cape pockets.
I guess we're gonna have to redo this lesson eventually.
Sorry.
Don't worry, I'm used to teaching people who don't pay attention. You'd honestly be surprised how many of my children don't seem to pay attention when I first start talking.
That's sad.
I mean, that's just being a dad. Or a parent, for that matter. And one day it's gonna happen to you, he says, pointing at you.
That's so.
Yeah.
I will keep your warning in mind.
That's just how children work. They just have to refuse to pay attention sometimes. Because clearly the parents don't know what they're talking about.
Sorry, did you say colorblind?
No.
Okay, I was glad. I thought I misheard you. My brain is working on several different things at the same time. Please excuse me.
Will that be all for today?
That'll be all for now, at least.
Very well.
I did spend a couple of hours trying to teach y'all, so now we have to wait. Now we have to wait until I feel like doing it again.
I thought it was a wonderful lesson.
Yes, and head back to looking out at the sea.
Belvy is actually, like, actively studying the notes. And he's just sort of sitting down near his location.
As you are all doing your thing, you'll eventually hear the chattering of Rodriguez's children as the twins come upstairs, one being a lot more vocal than the other.
You'll look to him and wave.
Ricardo, upon seeing you wave, will give a very energetic wave back to you, whereas Romero will just give you a very timid wave. Hello.
Bless you.
Alright. Good morning, twins.
Good morning to you. How are you today?
Oh, as good as I can be.
What do you mean as good as you can be?
Ooh. Well, I mean, I can only wake up so... I guess... so good in a way, so... I just say as good as I can be. Like a play on words.
It sounds more like an attempt to be optimistic. What has occurred to make your day not good so far?
Yeah, just getting used to being on a ship. So...
There to get used to.
say what's there to get used to?
Yes.
I mean, how often it kind of just rocks back and forth. Man, I'm pretty sure I was on the back end over there, so it tends to sway a lot.
He just watches you before shaking his head a bit. How silly.
Also,
You act like being you act like being rocked to bed by the by the you act like getting rocked to bed is a problem.
it normally wouldn't be, but when it's by Mother Nature itself, it's a bit odd. At
Why
least I'm
is
getting
that?
used to.
Mother Nature is the greatest mother of them all. Is she not?
I mean, true. I guess that is one thing. I'm just not used to Mother Nature as much as I like to be, I guess.
With any luck, you will get to that point.
Hopefully.
I personally slept marvelously.
Well, that's good for you. And George will just go back to kind of just looking out at the sea as time goes on.
Ricardo will move along before eventually stopping at the trio of Thorgrim, Scalodius, and Elvian, going, "And how did you three sleep this fine evening?"
Very well.
I fell out of the hammock, but okay, I guess.
Well, why'd you fall out of the hammock for?
Well, I thought I didn't remember I was in a bed, so I tried to get out of it, got stuck, and I just flopped onto the floor, you know. It's kind of weird not being in a normal bed because you're kind of suspended in the air. I wasn't, you know, being half asleep does that.
Eh, you shouldn't do that. That's a very strange way to start the morning, after all.
Yeah, no shit. Painful too. Kind of rubbing his head.
He just shrugs a bit to this.
And Elvie is still studying in her book, and she hasn't really looked up yet. She seems to have almost not even noticed that somebody was talking to her.
Seems that she is very busy at the moment.
Yeah, she's learning how to talk to spiders.
Interesting, he says to this.
Yeah, I mean, I don't get it, but you know, seems to interest her. So I don't know, more power.
Would speak with Animal not work?
Not sure she's able to do that. You know what? Hey, you know what? And Thorgrim will kind of just poke Elvie, and Elvie will sort of just look up. Huh? What? Huh? Oh, hello. I'm sorry. I did not see you there. I was a little bit busy.
Yes, you seemed very focused in whatever you were reading.
I was studying my notes. I had written down several different passages on how to communicate with spider kind.
How interesting. Just another thing to learn to add to your ever-growing repertoire.
Indeed. And since I am incapable of casting the requisite spell in order to just cheat my way to victory. I have to learn it the old-fashioned way.
Could you learn Awakening?
Possibly.
Because
Though neither of the spiders are mine, so that would require an extra level of permission.
But if you could simply cast Awaken upon them, they would learn Common, would they not?
True. I'd have to talk to Adel about that. Curious. She's now kind of just looking up at the sky going,
Ricardo just shrugs and says, food for thought, after all.
Yes. Yes. I shall chew upon that bit of, that morsel of food and see what I think, and if I can find my way to actually asking Adel Sarday, I will do that.
Ricardo smiles to this.
And now LV is going to see if she's able to cast Awakening. Because I know I can't cast Speak with Animals, because that's a Druid or Bard spell. So, which ironically means Thorgrim can speak with spiders, but Adel or LV can't, and LV is the one who wants to know.
Funnily enough, Thorgrim can speak to animals right now.
Sure can. Well, maybe not like right now. It would take like a minute or two. I will be right back, but when I do come back, I do want to try something.
Okay.
Don't forget to mute now. He's gone.
Hey, if noises don't start up, we don't have to mute. Is.
Does anything else happen?
At the moment, it's just a standard fare going through the water.
Alright.
No major bad events are going on, but also nothing too interesting appears to be going on either. The boat is y'all's oyster at the moment.
What is our? The world is ours. Well, I mean, I guess Ada will take a look at Anne's book thus far.
Okay. It just appears to be a journal it appears to be a journal that she was keeping, going about her day-to-day experience while stuck in this world.
He's going to flip to the last page to see what the last thing Jubilee had noted of doing and how far away it was.
It's not dated, so it only says day 1, day 2, etc., and I can't be bothered to come up with a random date that Jubilee made it to. But the last posting that Jubilee made it to goes on about her encountering strange entities that seemed physical, but at the same time not of this world.
Oh, look, it's a heater. Anything we met here that seems physical but not of this world?
I believe we have killed many of them.
Yeah, those things of the cult, huh?
That would be my assumption.
He's going to flip through to see if she's had any run-ins with the cult.
There's occasional snippets about beings using strange magic she doesn't recognize.
Does it look like she was hostile to them, or just she saw them and went about her business?
If attacked, she fought back. But she did not go out of her way to harm them.
Does it look like she had any goal to what she was doing here?
Mostly it appeared she was trying to figure out how to get back home, but you're not certain she ever figured it out.
Alright. Well, that's it. Jill, shut the book for now.
Something on your mind, Lady Edelzade?
I'm no closer to finding anything about Pan at the minute.
The more you attempt to rush it, the more likely it will be delayed.
I'm not exactly rushing it.
While true, this is more me attempting to tell you to remain calm.
I know.
It's very strange that everything still seems to be going relatively alright.
Now you're jinxing it as well, Hubert.
Is that a problem?
Yes, I believe so.
Why is that?
Why is that, he asks. Well, I guess since nothing bothers you, of course you would ask that. But yes, the things we saw outside in the waters last time we were going around was concerning. That's
Right. The waters. Luckily, it does not appear we have to deal with that.
for now.
Hello, Shards. Why do you say for now?
I expect things to go wrong.
Yes, but we aren't going anywhere near the territory of that water.
I don't know what's going to happen in these waters either.
While true, there's no reason to assume that things are going to go bad until they go bad.
Well, there's one reason to assume, so that I'm ready and not caught off guard. And before you say that being concerned would mean that I'm overly stressed, don't worry. I am not.
Are you certain?
Yes.
Am I going to have to treat you like I treat George?
But
Would I have to tell you not to overthink things?
how is we are in an unknown area and there might be dangers around overthinking things?
Because you're constantly thinking it, are you not?
I have not been given a reason not to.
Is it good for you?
That's not a good enough reason, because I think being concerned about it is good for me. And not
Really?
being concerned about it is bad for me.
Adding unnecessary stresses is good for you.
I am not stressed, I'm just being aware.
I didn't say you were stressed. I said you're adding stressors.
It's not a stressor, it just is what it is.
Right. He seems unconvinced.
Adel seems aware of this and it's not like she's just, I'll put it, giving him side-eye, but is not really going to go out of her way to come in. She knows he needs it. She also knows he likes being a contributor.
That is the reason why he's, that is the reason why he's your,
Retainer.
Yes, that one.
That word.
Because, if he constantly agreed with you, then, he wouldn't be doing his job efficiently.
True.
Ah, Phillips, why?
You know why.
Because he wants to.
Why do you claw my belly? I let you sit in my lap and you claw my belly. Like an asshole. So, does anybody have anything they want to do before I do a major time skip?
Yes.
What would you like to do?
LV is gonna turn to look at Thorgrim. And Thorgrim's gonna look back at LV. And it's gonna seem like a silent conversation is passing between them. And LV's expression remains completely deadpan, completely expressionless, and Thorgrim starts to get increasingly more and more irritated, frustrated, and then eventually just goes, "Fine, fine, what do you want?" And LV just says, "Come with me." And they will go to find Adelsarde.
You find Adelsarde and Hubert watching the waters that pass between the two halves of the ship.
Putting us here would be okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Excuse me.
Hello, LP.
Hello.
Tomorrow.
Hello, Sunday. Sup? I believe we have at least a temporary solution to the... How should I put this? I fully support and absolutely will follow you in our combined efforts to learn how to speak with spider kind. However, a thought has occurred to me.
Yes.
A certain someone already knows how to speak with spiders.
She looks at Thorgrim. I figured as much.
So until we complete the long and arduous journey on how to organically communicate with your eight-legged brethren, why do we not have Thorgrim here act as a temporary liaison, passing messages back and forth between you and Bertie and your other spider companion?
Well, Shards. I mean, if you want to. I just wanted to learn how to communicate with them on my own.
And we will eventually. It's just it's going to take quite some time, I'm assuming. And until that time, perhaps we can have Thorgrim here pass some messages back and forth until such a time as we can do it ourselves.
I don't see any reason not to.
Thorgrim kind of just sees what's going on and goes, all right, hang on. And will sort of sit on the ground and begin doing the slow ritual casting of speak with Daminos.
I didn't say you had to do it now.
Oh, I figured, now is as good a time as any. Are you busy?
No, but I already fussed around and Bertie as is.
Oh, so later then, or now, or what?
Later, I suppose.
Okay. Just, let me know when. He'll get back up.
She nods.
With that, we will leave you to it, if you so wish it.
You don't have to go if you don't want to.
Very well. And so they'll just hang around. They won't really, they'll speak when spoken to, but generally they'll just leave Adel and Hubert to do Adel and Hubert things. I thought that was going to take a little longer. Apparently it was a quite short thing.
Alright. Anybody else want to do anything major before we hop, skip, and jump in time? Going once. Uno momento.
Oh,
Uh-oh. Guess we'll have to start the cat over again when he gets back.
Just keep restarting it.
One shit.
did you know that if something is priceless and something is worthless, they are both of the same value?
Indeed. Neither have a price.
If something is priced less, that just means it's cheaper, obviously.
Priceless, not priced less.
Oh shit.
What?
Uh-oh.
I
What's
did not
wrong?
notice I fell asleep for a while.
Huh.
But yeah, you can't notice that. You're sheeping.
Huh. Sorry, I guess I was out for a little bit.
Feel better?
Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Guess that short nap helped, I guess.
Good.
Oh, what time is it?
It's
7:42.
Yep. 7:45 to 8 or 6, depending on where you are.
Fuck me, really?
Yep.
Shit.
Brother
Oh, so
slept
for
through
almost an
2
hour.
hours of the campaign.
Hey, he's only been probably asleep for 1 hour.
Ugh. I didn't even notice I slept. I was just gone.
As George said,
I'm so
people
sorry,
tend not
guys.
to notice when they
So
go to
good.
sleep.
I shouldn't be napping this close to evening, though.
That's fair.
'Cause I gotta wake up for work in the morning.
Uh-oh.
And it's not like I'm working a super early shift. Still. I guess my computer is like making a humming noise just right to where it's like white noise. Oh. Yeah, I remember removing my characters at some point and then just zzz, I guess.
Water.
Alright.
What'd I miss?
Me having to stop what I was doing for just a little bit.
Okay.
I'm having to resolve something.
In or out?
Everything all
Okay.
good?
Yeah.
Ah. You shave your beard and then all of a sudden you want to sleep all the time.
I wouldn't know that feeling.
It took away your power.
I've been pondering if I should shave.
I just did,
Yeah,
like, yesterday.
You're all a bunch of pussies.
Yeah, that was mostly for utility reasons, more or less. So I wouldn't say that. It's getting warmer. It's useless, and I don't feel like upkeep in it. If anything, I think you might be the pussy then, because you're scared to put a blade to your face.
That's why I use an
What
electric
you
ring.
say?
I'm a real man. I like to grow my beard.
I
He
usually
grows
use
his hair real long.
The only
He has
time
a
I
very,
stop is when
has a very manly lumberjack beard.
I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay.
Sleeps all night and he works all day.
I put on women's clothing and I hang around at bars. Wait.
He puts on women's clothing and hangs around at bars.
Classic.
Oh, good old Monty Python.
I love it.
Lacy things the wife is missing. I didn't ask for her permission. I'm wearing her clothes, her silk pantyhose, walking round in women's underwear.
thought it was walking around in women's underpants.
No, it's underwear.
Ah, darn it.
Hold on, I'm having to find a new token. For reasons.
And I'm reading a manhwa, and it got so good it almost made me cry. God damn.
Damn. Those Korean comics.
In the first chapter, an orphan friend gets adopted, and it's so sad, but also so happy.
My emotions.
Oh,
I'm in a glass case of emotions.
Sorry to sit back down. What's happening?
Nothing.
We've kind of.
I had to burp to handle some issues, and now I'm having
More issues.
more issues
Oh, okay.
because I'm having to delete some of my tonkins, which is mildly annoying.
Oh, tokens.
Yes, my tonkin.
Oh.
Oh, I was having a mild misunderstanding. For just a second. Let's see. Alright. Okay. I have what I need. Would be able to finish up what I'm doing as soon as I figure out what needs to go. What needs to go? Sorry, this is taking me a minute, y'all.
All good.
Good.
Sorry, but you said you have more than your allotted quota. I don't have more than my allotted quota. I deleted things. So stop telling me your random bullshit and let me upload more stuff. Alright. So, as you are all sailing along, I need everyone to roll perception checks for me.
Oh, Danny, my favorite.
Deceptione. Oh god, George.
Good job, Jubilee.
That was not Jubilee, that was Scalodius. Literally could not get that low if I tried with Jubilee.
Ah, damn it.
And that's why.
Auto. Copy.
I find it scary that Jubilee pretty much has a 22% passive perception.
That's insane.
Yeah. So you get when you got a good wisdom score and you rank into it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You can see colors when you're high. I can just see them naturally.
I keep forgetting that bards get like the expertise.
All right. So, everyone except for George and Scalodius, as you're all enjoying the day, the breeze is on your face. You begin to notice a few things odd. Adel, as you're watching the water lap against the sides of the boat, your keen eyes notice that some of the waves appear to be crashing against the ship and then freezing for only a moment and seeming to go back into the water. George, you see clouds going across the sky, and as you blink, or not George, Adel, as you see clouds going across the sky, and as you blink, they appear to be in the spot they were just moments prior. All of you notice a bunch of oddities, the sails bending the wrong way and everything. And all of a sudden, in a moment, faster than anything you can perceive, you watch as the sun rapidly sets as night begins to befall the area. And
that's not good.
slowly but surely, the wind kicks up. Chaos begins to run rampant across the deck as the pirates appear to be panicking as they're not sure what's going on, believing a storm has hit, until all of you hear what sounds like grains of sand falling upon the ground.
Fuck.
And in a moment, in a flash, suddenly a new person is standing on deck and everything goes back to normal.
So are the days of our lives. I mean, what? LV is going to use Starlight Step and is going to poof right in front of said stranger without Thorgrim. Get the fuck away!
Apparently, and throws Thorgrim off the bridge.
Yeah, I did not say both.
Click off, then click back on.
Immediately, I'm going to make a face to see if they react. Sticking my tongue out and like with my mouth, like dragging my two fingers and like using it to extend my face, like my mouth.
The new figure is making a face at you, LV, and as she does, you see
Very short elf too.
You see a small fairy dragon sitting on her shoulders, and it goes as it very quickly hides away in the newcomer's hat, but then peers out of the top right above her forehead, just staring at you.
She will say in Draconic, "Hello, little one," to the fairy dragon.
Is it talking to us? And she's gonna like tap the forehead of the person in front of her.
LV, because ironically you found the jokester of the group somehow. Will reach out and very gently just sort of tweak your nose.
Oh, time's not going backwards here. Do you have a clock, Percy? Also, you're not
What's a
repeating
clock?
sentences anymore. You know, like a thing
Scores.
with like time, like a little stopwatch maybe, or things in that nature.
The thing that Adel checks all the time.
Skilly still tilts his head in confusion.
Ah, yes, I remember that.
Does anyone know what that is? Or
We do have someone who is possessing such an object, yes.
can I see it to make sure things are normal? Because this is still an oddity to me.
I'm gonna roll an insight check. Are you...
Ma'am, no offense, but right now you are the oddity.
Are you...
I don't think you can
Trying
say that
to
to me.
be
That's kind of
nefarious.
offensive.
trying to be nefarious? If you want, you can try either rolling a persuasion or a deception, depending on if you're trying to lie to me or if you're trying to make me believe you.
Convince.
Convince.
Convince?
Yeah, convince or deceive.
What am I trying to convince you of exactly? What am I rolling for?
That
Basically,
you're not up to any. Oh, you're not up to no good.
yeah, exactly. Like, because you asked for the clock, you know, the watch to be like, what time is it? I'm trying to discern whether you have other motives other than what time is it.
And what am I rolling? Like, I wouldn't even.
Persuasion or
try.
deception? Persuasion.
You need to roll persuasion because I believe you are telling the truth here.
Damn.
It's a spy. Get her.
The other elf kind of just looks at you and kind of narrows her eyes.
I think she's fine.
So I'll
think.
take it. No, you don't have one.
I personally do not.
Don't have what?
Okay. She's gonna lean over the ship and see if the waves are normal.
This
Presently, the waves are back to normal. Yes.
this figure appeared on our ship just recently and is apparently asking for a time-telling
This figure
device.
has a name, you know, and you could ask for it instead of just like saying this figure. That's ridiculous.
They are asking for the time.
And your name is?
Aurelia, thank you for asking. I appreciate it.
What are you doing here, Aria?
That's a good question. And she's just gonna shrug.
Okay. Why do you want to know what time it is? Did it have something to do with the time discrepancies we felt before you arrived?
Ooh, what kind of time discrepancies did you feel? And you noticed them? That's pretty curious.
Well, the
You know,
sky
this is
turns
screaming
night.
bad.
Hmm?
You know, I'm sorry, but this is screaming bad considering his time stuff.
Don't assume. And she looks back to you. But yes, it went from day to night for a moment before it went back to normal
Also, why is the ground so shaky?
because you're on a boat.
You're on a vessel that is currently traveling over the water.
To where?
Towards something involving a lich.
Yep, what's a lich?
Dad?
Just
Sorry,
point at Obitus.
Sorry, I got very distracted by all of the random bullshit that was going on just now. Well, who's this? He says, pointing.
That's Aurelia, a mysterious person that's appeared on our ship.
Hello,
Person.
Aurelia.
Directly after the random bullshit.
Salutations and greetings. How are you?
Are you a fae?
Yes.
Oh boy.
Oh dear.
That explains something.
Does it?
Why did that sound negative, the way they reacted?
I promise it's not negative. I'm just not used to seeing so much fae magic radiating off of someone.
I have leaves I can give you.
Okay, he says,
If you have a clock, I really want to see a clock right now to make sure that the time isn't doing things. And I noticed nobody's repeating sentences anymore, so that's a really nice change for me. I'm really happy about that.
Obi will pull out a clock and toss it towards you.
Oh,
It appears
Innocent's going backwards.
You haven't seen anything like this because you're used to seeing large, grand clocks, whereas this is very small and it fits in the palm of your hand, but it looks like a miniature version of a clock as he hands you a pocket watch.
You guys know shrinking magic? Is that how you get the grand clock so small?
Yes, I know shrinking magic. No, it's made that way.
Yes.
Huh?
We make small clocks to carry around for portability's sake.
But you don't. Does it have the the dinging it does whenever it hits the same time where it goes ding dong?
No,
Some do, some
unfortunately.
don't.
Some
I feel like that's
do,
part of
some
the
don't.
magic of it. I love it.
The
So
bigger clocks are usually the ones that have that chime.
Pip, can you carry this back to them? And she's gonna hand the clock to her little fairy.
The fairy dragon will take the clock before looking at Obi and then hides away in your hat with it.
No, give it down. I think he's shy of new people. We haven't met people in a long time. We've been stuck in time for a bit.
Oh, I know that feeling. Obi says, as you say that.
Oh, I can't remember how I got here.
Hey, we don't know how you got here either.
Oh, look at that. So we have things in common then. That's a good starting point to meet people.
So how long have you been stuck in time's flow? Has it been days, weeks, or perhaps only a couple of minutes?
How would she know?
And then she looks at Adel with a mischievous look.
Adel rolls her eyes. How would she know if time is frozen?
It was merely
Yeah, that's the thing. Time was going forward and backwards and forward and backwards. And then I witnessed many timelines and stuff. It's really fucked. I've seen some shit.
Oh,
That's
so,
who I am.
So you've been literally trapped in the flow of time itself.
Somehow, that's the part I can't remember though.
DM, can I do a magic check to see if I know exactly what the hell is going on here?
You can attempt to roll Arcana.
Okie dokie.
The only thing that you know is it reeks of chronomancy, but other than that, you don't
Time
have a
magic.
clue.
Yes.
Time magic.
Yeah, time, magic. It seems you have run afoul of chronomancy or time magic.
Oh, I know lots about time.
I would assume because of your staff. You are carrying that staff like in the picture, yeah?
No.
No? Oh,
I
okay.
wish.
Oh, unfortunate.
Hey, you can have that staff if you want it.
Oh. Yeah, then she has stuff like
We'll
that.
find a staff.
Okay. Yes. So, did you happen to get caught as a magical mistake, or was there some sort of a trap?
I don't think you can call me a magical mistake. I think that's kind of offensive.
No, not you. The method of...
I think I'm pretty lovely.
I think you're pretty lovely, too. I just believe that
I don't know if I know you like that yet, but that's pretty nice of you to say.
very,
Just gonna puff her hair up a little bit.
very powerful magics have a tendency to go awry with disastrous results, and chronomancy is most certainly in that category. And I was concerned to think of the possibility of you attempting some sort of magical feat only to be thrust into the flow of time and no escape until just recently.
Knowing me and my tendencies, I was probably playing with some more time magic.
That does sound about right.
I mean, what else do I have on me? She's gonna rummage through her. Does she have a pack on her?
Yes.
Okay.
Jay did your inventory, and I think he gave you an explorer's pack.
Okay.
You
And
think?
is she gonna find that thing in there?
Yes.
She's gonna pull out like an oddly shaped hourglass.
Ooh. Can I roll another Arcana check on that? Because that sounds scary.
You can roll with disadvantage.
Okie dokie. Either crap or crap. Take your pick.
You cannot tell what this is, but you can definitely tell that it is innately magical.
She's gonna shake it.
Oh no, I wouldn't do that.
Roll a d100 for me.
Oh no.
It begins.
Oh no, I wouldn't do that. Wild magic go.
Oh no!
Oh fuck. Oh no. Okay, that's bad.
Hey, Elvie,
I've done this
Yes?
before.
roll 3d10
I've seen
for
this
me.
movie before.
Oh fuck. So how much damage am I gonna take? That's not too bad. That's straight down the middle.
You lose
Oh.
14 level.
You're now level 1.
Oh, that'd be
Congrats.
cool. That would be wonderful.
Alright, so Elvie,
Yeah.
as,
well,
as soon as she begins shaking it, before you can say anything to stop her, you see the artifact glow with very clearly fey magic, and immediately you feel a surge wash over you. And as it washes over you, you notice your hair beginning to lighten in color. The aches in your joints slowly begin
Oh,
to
no.
fade.
slowly. Wait. Slowly begin to what?
Begin
To
to
fade.
fade as
Oh.
your age is
They're getting
reduced
younger.
by 140 years.
Whoa!
Wait, how
She's
old
gonna
are
be
you?
giggling. She's gonna be giggling the whole time while she's shaking it too.
How old is LV?
Just a moment. You said 140.
This could be bad.
You
Yes,
said 140 years. Yes.
correct.
Okay, just one moment. She is now.
You are now a fetus again.
Nope. No, she was actually quite old. She is now 280 years old.
That was a third of your age. Wow.
Yep.
The rest of you notice that while it is rare for elves to show it, any wrinkles that they may show Elvie had begins to fade. Her crow's feet go away. Her hair becomes lighter as her age slowly goes down.
Does that have any mechanical benefits?
dear.
perhaps?
Your mechanical benefit is that you are now 140 years younger. Your dexterity increases by 2, sure.
Sweet. That's actually.
Did you see the
nice.
pretty colors?
That's. George's just going to walk the other way.
I kind of want to shake it again.
Yeah,
So
Adel
we'll
just
take a
takes
couple
a
steps back.
Adel takes a
Does anyone put their
significant
hand on it
step
to
back.
stop her?
Otto will step up though and actually look directly at it.
Oh, I was gonna move, but okay.
No, Hubert drug
Everyone
you.
just takes a huge step back. Yeah, Jubilee was too stunned by what she just saw.
Should we do
Did you
it
just get
again?
younger?
Yes, actually, I did.
Huh.
I'm young again. Huh? I'm young again.
Oh
Well-
yeah, when you think about the time is really just like a forward and backwards and an in between and a now and then.
I look at the possibilities that are within time, I guess would be a good way to describe
Oh,
it.
I've already seen 26 possibilities while I've been here. I saw some bad ones when I shook this.
Oh, I can only see 2 different things.
I can see a few.
Can you please stop shaking it? Says Adel.
Thank you. And she's saying thank you to you in like a different language each time.
That would have
So-
sucked if Bill saw
I
anyone
saw
else.
one where a cannonball blew up or something too.
All right.
And the
says
ship
Adel.
was sinking.
Please refrain from shaking that thing.
There was a timeline where you told me to do it because it was funny.
Can you at least give me an acknowledgement that you will not shake it?
She's she's gonna put it like on her belt on her side.
Can you put it somewhere more stable?
She'll put it back in her bag.
Thank you.
Anything, I think that would, anything off for a present, so it would probably be less. More stable.
Oh. Also, it's nice to meet you. I'm Otto, and this is Poppy.
Hello.
He's a steel defender, so he doesn't talk much.
What does that
Buddy.
mean?
Um,
Is this like a giant clock, or is it the clock made into a thing? What are
No.
you, Magic Man?
Tell me your
well,
secrets, Magic Man.
I'm a Haringan, or I guess a rabbit folk, and he's like a creation of my own design.
I could integrate a clock into myself.
Really? You would do that to me?
He just blinks and then looks to Otto. He would technically need to.
Yeah, I would need a clock to do that.
Time is pretty cool. I like time a lot. Or does it like me? Hmm.
It's you. It does, but I'm in a whole lot of trouble.
Well, time has done nothing bad to me except when I got trapped.
So,
What exactly trapped you, out of curiosity?
What do you mean?
Usually when you get trapped, usually something causes that.
I'm not sure.
You've never encountered a time elemental, have you?
No, I don't think so.
They were chasing you
Okay,
for a
good.
while.
They could have been.
Or at least
Oh,
you
no.
saw a timeline where they were chasing you.
Are they big and scary?
Sort of.
Yeah, that does add up with that one.
Which one?
Oh, sorry, I'm talking about timelines.
can you pay attention to the current timeline you're in?
I try to, it's difficult.
Okay. She says, well, thinking for a bit. Are there any timelines where... And she looks around for something unique, then looks to Jubilee. She is wearing this, and she takes out a book and places it on her head.
A book on her head?
Yes.
I mean, I guess you just did that, so it kind of happened here.
Good. Pay attention to the one that has her on her. This on her
Well,
head.
there's one where you just fell.
Please pay attention to the one where Jubilee has a book on her head.
I
Roll
can
a dexterity
try.
save throw to Jubilee.
I only caught part of that. What did you say?
Roll a dex save. The ship rocks and you stumble a bit, but you do not fall.
Oh, that was weird.
So, keeping in this timeline, what was going on before you got trapped in time?
She's gonna sit down, weirdly.
I like to imagine the way she sits down weirdly is lays her stick down horizontally in the air and it just stays there and she sits on it.
For which
like an
would you say?
immovable rod.
You know what? I've canonically allowed your staff to do that.
I remember the Eternal Glades.
The Eternal what? The Eternal
I
Blades?
remember...
Oh, the Feywild. Hubert does seem to go over to you.
messing with time, being told I shouldn't touch it.
Touch it anyway.
You touched it anyway.
Siblings always told me it would amount to trouble. Mm. Huh? No, I really don't remember.
Really? From
But I
once
don't
you-
remember where I got this. And she's gonna plot the hourglass again.
Please
And
put
then
that
she-
down. So from what you're
Ladies and
telling me,
gentlemen,
you found that, she says while pointing to it, and please do not shake it. But you were told not to touch it. You took it, and then some time elementals took you.
I don't think anything took me. For a while, I just saw things and people repeating sentences, many people's lives.
But you said you were trapped.
Yeah, I was.
How did you know you were trapped?
Because I couldn't escape. All I could do was see times where people were living happy. And eventually I got out somehow.
Well,
I wonder if it had something to do with that she's gonna plot the hourglass again.
Oh my god.
would you put that down?
You say it's like I picked it, but what if it chose me?
Ada will walk over and just extend her hand. We will test that. Please give it to me.
I just met you and you didn't seem nice to me.
I'm not going to do anything wrong, harmful.
Well, you're saying it with a tone.
You can see into different timelines, can you not?
Yeah, and I see too where you're mean to me. I don't know how you feel about this.
The chances where I'm mean to people is pretty low. Unless you were to do something such as shake that and cause someone to age out of existence. Then I would be quite mean to you. But you're not going to do that, are you?
Why would I shake the hourglass? I'm not childish.
Good. Then I have no reason to be mean to you. And you know I will not be mean to you.
As long as you promise to give it back.
Of course I will.
She's gonna haphazardly hand the hourglass to her.
I will take it.
As soon as you take it, Adel, all of you hear a sound that's very reminiscent of old VHS tapes, the rewinding sound, and you go to the moment right before she handed it to you.
Did we like did we know it rewinded?
Do we realize that happened?
Roll a wisdom save.
Because if we didn't, that's just an eternal loop. That is frightening. Oh boy.
Well, let's hope someone succeeds. Wow, go Scalodius.
There's George.
Do I have to roll save or did I notice that as a Chrono Trigger
Freaking
person?
wow,
It,
DC.
as it is attuned to you, you noticed it right away.
BC's stuck in a time loop anyways.
It's just everyone who isn't attuned.
Oh god.
So what did we
So-
need?
Adelstar Day and Beastie didn't notice. Whoever between George and Otto rolled the 14 didn't notice. Well, actually, neither of Jay's characters noticed. The 17 did not. That's a deck save. I don't need to know that one. Thorgrim. I don't see a wisdom save.
Oh
for
no,
Elvie.
that was LV's. I didn't roll for Thorgrim.
Ah, okay. So LV, whichever one of Chaos's characters rolled the 21. I think it was Jubilee.
No, it was actually Scalodius, weirdly enough.
Okay, so
Jubilee got
LV,
19.
Scalodius, and Hubert, all of them are aware that things have gone back to the way that it was.
As in, she
Well,
did not
look
hand
around
off
confused.
the hourglass. It's still in her hand.
Correct.
As in, she handed it off and
We
then it
felt it go
rewound back
backwards.
into her hand.
concerning.
I'll
Yes.
pause and look down. What?
She
We
was
have
about
hit
to hand it to you, and then time rewound, and it went back into her hand.
He'll look a bit concerned, and then we'll just fold her arms behind her back. Well, the answer's that. It did choose you.
Seemingly.
Well, it made the good choice, and then she's gonna put it back in her bag without shaking it, resisting the urge.
I'm not gonna
Did it
shake
though?
it. I'm childish. Moments before, shakes it. Moments now, tempted to shake it.
Alright. Well, with that out of the way, you probably know my name by now.
Unless you're not paying attention.
I'm gonna be honest, I forgot, Mrs. Ma'am.
I figured.
My name is Abel Sorday.
Wait, sorbet like the ice cream?
Adel sorbet.
Adel sorbet.
She takes a deep breath, and then
I'll remember
slowly
that, Adel
exhales.
sorbet. I look forward to ice cream later.
Adel Sorday.
Yes, I said it's right, Adel sorbet.
It's a D, not a B.
Adel sorbet.
Adel people have accents.
She shuts her eyes for a moment. You can just call me Adel.
Okay, Mrs. Ma'am, I guess.
Or Mrs. Ma'am, I guess that works too.
Okay,
I was
Mrs.
waiting for her
Ma'am, I
to say,
guess.
okay, sorbet.
Jubilee,
Okay, ice cream.
Sorry, I was kidding.
what's on the chastity cage for a month?
What's a chastity cage?
I'm sure Jubilee
don't want
can
to know.
explain it.
I've never heard of
You
this
don't
before.
want to know.
I want to know.
Be that as it may, what you should know is that you're on a ship. Well, not my ship. It belongs to him.
Well, then why are you
Actually,
upset if it's not your ship?
I'm not upset that you're here. I'm just
Well, it
explaining.
seems like
this.
you are, Mrs. Ma'am.
No. I'm upset because...
I would say it could go, but it's kind of difficult to control time.
No, I'm upset on your behalf because for the time being you're stuck here.
You know about time?
On,
You mean like this?
no, stuck on
Again,
the
if
ship.
ADHD was personified.
Yep.
I can talk about time all day. Believe me, I have before.
Yes,
I can talk about
Ask Pip.
I can talk about time all day. I have all the time in the world to talk about time.
but you're stuck on the ship is what I meant.
Well, I don't think I'm stuck in place. I can move, see? She's gonna, like, shake her body a bit. Like, her bag is shaking. See, I can move.
He's just gonna walk on over and just rest her hands on her hips while looking up at her. It's another elf.
How are you?
I'm good.
Do you know
It's
about time?
technically a kind of a...
He's still blank for a bit, and we'll think. We'll think like a good bit, and then we'll nod. Yeah, me know about time. You put it on food.
Oh my gosh. Okay, wait, I have something for you. 1 second. Pause. I need to look through my spells real quick.
Elvie will swap to Goblin and say, no, not time pursuit. Time as in night and day time.
Oh.
She can make time do weird things like this. And she points to herself. And Beastie, you see far less wrinkles on Elvie's face. And also, you see that her hair, that was once like purely Snow White, is now kind of like looks kind of like you know that silvery tinsel that you put all over the place.
Platinum blonde?
Yeah, no, like just platinum, literally. It looks
I mean,
like
that's what it's called. It's a silver platinum, but they call it platinum blonde for hair.
yeah, but like literally, it's like starlight platinum, and it kind of glitters.
Star platinum.
And it, and her eyes that used to be completely pitch black with like little flecks of starlight now have a little tiny, what is it? Iris in the middle that is a bright orange, almost like a small sun. And she just like looks over Aurelia's shoulder at you.
Beastie just stares up at Gloom Hollow. Did what? She asked while tilting her head.
While they were like doing all this, she's gonna cast Nathair's Mischief into a little moat using her chronergy and hand it to the goblin in front of her.
She'll take
Okay.
it.
Which, by the way,
If
I
you
did
hold
look
it
up,
close to your
D&D
ear-
goblins are fey.
You can,
So-
if you hold it close to your ear, you'll hear ticking.
She'll hold it close to her ear.
Make a time bomb.
I hear the sound of it ticking. It's a pipe bomb. Yay!
Voldemort, Voldemort, oh, Voldemort.
Yeah, so I think you would. Do I want to roll the d4? Or do they want to DM for the upon use or like before I put it in?
Since it's your spell, you roll it.
Okay. I wish there's a way to privately roll it so I can like keep it as spread.
Okay.
Slash
Wait, I can?
DM roll.
Okay.
Yeah. Flash DM roll and then 1d4.
Slash DM roll.
DM roll.
G, as in game.
DM roll. Okay. Alright, I know what it does. I have no clue what that'll do, but if you use it, we'll find out.
I need everyone to roll a wisdom saving throw.
Oh boy.
Oh dear God, not again. Okay, Thorgrim.
I do not
Good.
recognize the bodies in the water.
I wish I had advantage, but still better.
So,
Eh.
the smell. Actually, that's convenient.
Oh God.
None
no.
of. Actually, none of you are affected by this, except for maybe Scalodius.
Huh?
And Otto.
No, Otto is within the range. The smell of apple pie fills the air in a 20-foot cube. Everyone who fails a wisdom saving throw becomes charmed by her until the start of her next turn. However, everyone's standing in Hubert's aura, so the charm fails.
And the
Except
elves
for
also get
Scalodius.
and the elves
Wouldn't
also
it
get
be Beastie
advantage.
if
So
it's through Beastie?
Beastie is on just barely the outskirts.
No, I mean,
So-
wouldn't it be charmed by Beastie since that was put into... I don't, that's weird. Actually, now I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, well, Mr.
It's charmed by the item,
No, it's
more or
'cause
less,
the,
actually.
Since Aurelia is the caster, it's going to go off of her effect. Beastie is not the one who cast it.
Ah, okay.
Alright.
So, of
Well-
course, Scalodius has been charmed.
So, I guess. So, did we smell the apple pie then, or no?
You did smell the apple pie, you just didn't succumb to this charm effect.
Alright. Well, Beastie is going to.
One of
Ooh, it
us-
was
one of
apple
us
pie
did.
this time.
What?
Pie so lovely.
darn, now I'm hungry. Does anyone want pie?
Oh, I think the Dragonborn. It looks like the Dragonborn's a little more than hungry.
Oh,
Points to him, who looks completely charmed.
I got it. I'm gonna Thorgrim will just like jump up and try and slap Scalodus in the back of the head. Just wake up.
You are now no longer charmed.
I really want pie for some reason now.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh, that's because my spell made that smell like apple pie.
Oh, lovely.
I have another one that can make us all laugh.
Hey, clock lady, says Beastie. Wait, hold on. What does the moat look like? Is it like a.
It's a swirling bright light with like little bits of grains of sand that are sparkling like a bluish hue to them.
Alright.
And you can hear ticking, a faint ticking in it.
Beastie will nod to this and then will put it in her pocket somehow and will just hand you a ration. Here you go.
Thank you.
Lock lady, we're going to be fighting a pirate skeleton with a beard. Come with us.
Oh, I barely fought before.
It's fine. Fighting is easy.
What level am I?
15.
15. What's a crazy spell she could just cast for 1 second?
Oh my fucking god. Do not cast fireballs.
Especially on the wooden ship.
Cast time stop and see what happens.
Not quite that level yet.
Yeah, 2 levels away before that one.
Yep.
Tell me if you'd pick up that spell privately.
Oh, I bet you will.
Oh.
You probably know why.
If you time stop inside of a time stop spell, do we go with Dio and Jotaro rules?
So technically speaking, whoever is first in the initiative to cast the time stop, there would need no instance where the other person could cast time stop.
Yes, because their time would be stopped.
However, for funsies, I probably would allow it to where if 2 players knew time stop, at the start of your turn, you could use your action of the turn to Dio and Jotaro situations.
Nice.
Because because, more fun.
I was thinking of doing that against Rashi,
There you
but
go.
that would be fucking awful. It's like, cool, now you're stuck in here with me. Ugh.
What's the weather like currently?
Clear. And sunny.
I'm guessing we have a long way to our destination, probably.
Probably.
Okay.
Most likely.
I want to change the conditions to be raining with control weather.
As you go to cast control weather, you actually feel your magic surge to attempt to try it, and then something stops you as a very tall, tiger-looking man walks up, closing his hands, and says, "I would prefer if you didn't do that, young miss."
She's gonna pout.
While the rain is enjoyable, it makes what we are doing much more difficult. Besides, I do not want any of my crew to become sick from being soggy all day.
Okay. I know some magic.
My name is Rodriguez Carmilla Montague. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. And who are you?
I'm Aurelia. I know time.
That is a very dangerous thing to know, young miss.
I know, but it picked me.
Oh, truly terrifying.
What do you mean? I'm not that scary looking. I can make faces though. And she's gonna do the same face where she has she's gonna put her fingers, one on each end, and stick out her tongue and go,
Rodriguez does the same thing. He seems to be playful, but in him doing so, he incidentally shows off the fangs of his mouth.
"Whoa, Mr. Man! You have a lot of sharp fangs.
I do.
They're very nice. I like them."
They are very useful in pinch.
Oh, right. So you guys want to fight some scary thing.
As a skeleton with a beard.
It will
A
be
skeleton?
It will be several days before we get to that point.
Okay. Well, I guess I have nowhere else to spend my time. Or thing to do. Maybe I could speed up time.
Does that involve shaking that thing again? Says Adel.
It It has a name.
What is its name?
Aurelia's hourglass. Look at it.
Okay, Aurelia. Does speeding up time involve shaking Aurelia's hourglass again?
I can consult Pip. Pip, it 100% involves me shaking the fuck out of this hourglass.
Pip will pick out from under the hat, making a chirping noise as he still has the pocket watch that he doesn't seem to intend to return.
Pip, maybe I should refrain from shaking the fuck out of the hourglass for now.
Pip will look down at you and will make a very noise that to you means shake the shit out of it.
Oh my fucking god, we're about to fucking die.
She's gonna inspect the hourglass before determining to like shake it. Is there any like inscriptions or anything she would understand?
There isn't any inscriptions. There are only symbols that appear to be various clocks, watches, and hourglasses constantly shifting along the top portion of the hourglass.
Oh boy, it's a doozy. Does she recognize any of this through like her time journeys? Or
roll an
chronology? Arcana, okay. It's gonna be missing pieces. I'm calling it now. Oh boy.
Damn.
So you recognize due to the coloration, they are presently green. Usually whenever it's green, it affects the present time in some way. Red typically affects the future, and blue typically changes the past in some way. So whenever you first shook the hourglass, it was blue, which caused LV's personal time to rewind 140 years.
I just learned something new. She's gonna put it away excited.
Used to be able to run for two. It smelled like Thaniel.
Huh?
That thing, she says.
Yeah.
It smells like Thaniel.
Aurelia's hourglass.
Huh?
That's its name until I think of a better one. It'll speak to me. I have plenty of time.
God, how was it that like an hourglass starts speaking now? I was gonna say walking
No,
over.
I do hear voices though, but that's different.
Either way, it's nice to meet you. I'm George. You see Azamar walk up to you.
Do I recognize an Asmar?
No, if you've lived your entire life in the
In the
Feywild,
Feywilds?
you don't recognize any of these people, except
You're so different.
the only two creature types you recognize are specific. Actually, the only one specific. You don't recognize any of these creature types now that I think about it. Because
Not even goblin?
no, because the Feywilds don't have goblins in them.
Did I have
Just look it
rabbits?
up. The goblins are fey. And actually, the Feywild does have goblins.
So where's your guys' kingdom? Or kingdoms? Because do you all have different kingdoms, or are you under one ruler?
We
I
all come
don't
from different.
know how things work here, so I'm gonna keep talking nervously because I'm
We
not
all
sure
come
how it
from-
works.
Okay.
I'll put a finger to Aurelia's lips and just say, the discussion of kingdoms is a bit of a touchy subject. And she kind of just looks at Adel.
Also chaos.
We have to
The
touch each other's mouths when we talk about kingdoms?
No.
The
She was
goblin.
gonna be reaching towards Alfie's like lips while she was saying that.
So chaos. Originally, the goblinoids were from the Feywilds, but they were driven out of the Feywilds. There are no longer goblinoids in the Feywilds, which is to what I'm referring.
Okay.
Learn the lore.
I looked it up earlier, and the lore said they weren't. There were goblins still there. They're not as prevalent, but they were still there.
Anyway, back to the shenanery.
Is
Hmm.
Elvie about to make out with someone?
No. I was simply trying to get her to stop talking about kingdoms, because that is a bit of a touchy subject for us.
Yes, and I was
This is
asking
kind
if
of
I had to
it,
touch your lips when we talked about them because you touched mine.
No, that was a signal to be quiet.
What does that mean?
Being quiet means not making noise, said Beastie.
Do you guys not always hear the ticking and stuff?
You always hear ticking?
There are lots of things.
That sounds annoying. How do you manage that?
You learn to ignore it.
She nods. Okay. But no, we not in same thingy. We come from different places.
Really?
Yeah.
How was that then? How'd you all meet? Was it on this boat? Did you guys all recently meet each other?
No, we've been together
Also, why is
for
everyone
many
surrounding
months.
me?
We met when we fought giant skeleton thingy.
But you said we haven't fought that yet. I
No,
can't
it's a
even see the
difference.
timeline where we fight it.
It's a different skeleton thingy.
Oh god, does everything go bad before then?
Yes.
Nope, we're fine.
Beastie tilts her head.
I thought
I-
maybe the boat crashed and we died.
She looks around
I-
and then looks back at her. And then just very, very gently pats on the leg. It's okay. Me no goblins that's scared of everything too.
I fear that the.
I don't have time to be scared of things.
I fear that the ability to see as many timelines as possible has very slightly addled the poor girl's brain.
What does addled mean?
Confused.
I'm not confused. I'm very sure of things. Like, I'm sure the ship will keep sailing this way and we'll be fine. Oh, unless that happens.
You don't sound very sure anymore.
No, we're fine. Have you heard of the butterfly effect?
Indeed.
They know about butterflies.
Yeah, it's very interesting. I think I might have caused one when I pulled in a version of Adel that, well, I guess made a possibility of Adel happen, I guess?
Butterflies and time go together.
All of them look at Adel. Do you think me helping you with Barbiel actually might have caused the butterfly effect?
If you helping me with Barbiel caused her to spawn upon the ship,
She's gonna walk up to the metal contraption and place her ear to, like, its chest. Does she hear, like, any clock or anything ticking?
You do hear the sounds of ticking, as he is canonically built with gears.
You sound like a clock, though, Mr. Man. Look at you! And she's gonna, like, happily pat its shoulders. Is it tall? Is she reaching up, or is it short?
Yeah, he is very tall.
She's gonna, like, stand on her tippy toes and tap the shoulders, kind of.
I do not have a
Wait,
clock.
Hoppy's tall?
Yeah.
I thought Hoppy was the same size as Otto.
Yeah,
Hoppy's
me
taller
too.
than Otto.
No, Hoppy's like 6 foot tall.
Yeah, Hoppy's very
Damn.
tall.
Hoppy will just
Damn.
look down at you and say, I have not yet integrated a clock into my inner components.
He's talking about your gears. They still tick.
But you, Mr. Man, are so much different. It's really neat.
My name
In a
is
good
Hoppy.
way, in a good way. You're very nice. I like you.
Thank
And
you.
she's gonna tip-tap over to the Sorry, what race is it again? Tabaxi? That's Skyrim though. What is it? What is it here?
He's technically a Rakshasha.
Rakaksh. Okay.
Rakshasha.
She's gonna. How tall is it? How tall is he?
He's 5'10".
Okay, so he's like, if she's like 5 foot, he's not too tall. She's gonna like tap his like his abs. And you, Mr. Man,
6
where are
foot
you
on a good
from?
day.
I'm from the Nine Hells. I'm a devil.
You're a devil?
Correct. He says, and crouches to at least get on eye level with you.
That's so cool.
I think it's very cool as well. If I do say so myself.
And what's about you? Are you a real dragon? And she's gonna try and like reach up to touch your horns.
That's you, Skelodius.
I am dragon-born, but I am birthed from dragons.
Does that mean you can shout or something?
Oh my
And,
god.
and Skelodius, as you're talking to her, you occasionally see what looks to be a cat-sized dragon peeking out from her witch's hat, chirping at you and hiding back away.
Oh, my word, what a beautiful creature you have.
That is Pip. He's my best friend. We're time travelers together.
And Baconic will just say, well, hello, Pip.
Pip will peer out and chirp towards you.
Oh, I apologize. Does your friend know the language of the dragons?
Skelodius, you would recognize it. You would recognize Pip. He's a fairy dragon. So
yeah, he's more fairy.
yeah, he's still technically of draconic blood, but he is more akin to an animal. He's essentially a dragon cat.
Pip, do you speak this language he's talking about? And you haven't told me.
Pip will chirp to you.
Okay, that's what I think.
Apparently he does not. My apologies.
Mr. Man, he does not speak that language.
Well, I am known as Skelodius.
Skelodius?
Correct.
And what do you do, Mr. Man?
I am a priest of the great Lord Draco. His highest upon high. And he just starts going full on preacher mode.
I have all the time in the
Praise be
world.
upon him. Praise be upon Lord Draco and his magnificence and his great valor, his unyielding kindness.
Someone know a silent spell?
I do.
I think I do.
Wait, let me check.
Oh,
Jubilee with Adel.
Yeah.
Here he goes again.
Beastie grabs him by the waist and proceeds to try and suplex him.
Skelodius, roll athletics to resist the suplexing.
I don't think I will resist, but let's see what happens.
The answer to everyone's problems.
Nope, not even close.
You are suplexed.
Into the floor he goes.
And what about you, smaller Mr. Man?
Huh?
Oh,
Talk-
or-
You
Dwarf.
talking to me?
Mm-hmm.
What about me?
What's your story? Where are you from?
Oh, I'm from a place that has a bunch of dwarves. You know,
Dwarves, what are those?
Short, hairy people like me.
Oh,
We mine
okay.
for gold. We fight. We drink.
What is gold?
It's basically a shiny rock. You exchange it for stuff, and you get a lot of stuff because it's worth a lot.
Oh, shiny stuff. I have plenty of shiny stuff. And she's gonna pull out a bag full of just like leaves and flowers. So I found all these, they're worth a lot. Don't tell anyone.
So
Any trinkets?
to add a little more chaos into this, your clocks are made of gold in the Feywild.
Okay.
Clocks are made of
Thanks
what?
about for a moment. Wait a minute.
The clocks in the Feywild are made of gold, as to the Fey, the precious metals mean nothing.
Did you show her a
Oh,
gold
like
coin?
reversed. Got it. Say again?
Did you show her a gold coin?
No, I haven't yet.
Okay, alright, then she won't say anything.
But he will now.
I mean,
Says Skillos, whose head's still stuck in the deck.
oh wait, hang on a second. He'll like pull Scalodius by the back, like by the scruff out of the deck. Like, you okay, Grandpa?
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I was saying maybe you should show her an example.
Of what?
I mean, you hold the gold of the party, so
Oh yeah, right, the gold. Yeah, right, shiny things. I'll just pull out a gold coin. Something like this. This is what gold is, or at
She's
least
gonna gently grab it and look at it.
it's shiny.
I think our chairs and our clocks are made out of this.
What? Why?
She'll bite it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure our like furniture and our clocks and stuff are made out of this stuff.
That sounds uncomfortable.
No, it's like the
Well-
trimmings.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
So why is this of
It's-
value
although-
to you guys? I don't get it. We make furniture out of it and clocks.
well, I mean, certain.
I think that
really
makes
rich-
sense. Actually, speaks up Jubilee.
Oh, you mean like
Considering iron's usually not a thing for Fae.
yeah, and I mean it is a hard-ish metal, so
So, I guess gold is their iron.
Yeah, it's not
suppose.
worth a lot.
huh? Strange. Because here it's worth like a lot.
Oh, I
just
had
realized-
a lot of it. My family had a lot of it.
Huh?
Oh my gosh, my family. Wow, that's all setting in. Time catches up to you, huh?
Yeah.
I think they do say time is inevitable.
Yeah.
It is. I would know.
So, so you got shoved into time or something, and you just came back out. Do you
No.
remember anything before that?
I've always had a real interest with time.
Okay. Were you like, did you study at a school, or did you just know all of it, or?
Well, I learned about it, but it always felt natural.
Ah. Okay, so more like, and then points to Adel, and less like, points to Elvin.
You're just making noises at me, Mr. Man.
Oh, I'm sorry. That one, points at Adel. That one is more of the, magic in the blood type people, the sorcerers or whatever. And that one points to Elvie. She studied to do all of her stuff. She's very smart, and she's got books and books and books and books. And yeah,
Oh, I hated studying.
yeah. I don't have that attention span for that kind of thing. And then Elvie will call over her shoulder. Few people do.
Hey, I do. I just apply it to my machines.
Exactly. That's why I said few people, not no people. You are one of the lucky ones, I would think.
I guess. You could see it that way.
Some of us value knowledge and academic
My
acumen.
sister was really good with frost magic, and my brother was crazy good with fire magic. I think I drew the
elementalists.
sword into the stick.
I disagree. I believe time magic to be very rare and unique and very powerful. There's many people who are good at things like fire magic and ice magic and lightning magic and wind magic, and that is far more common. But time
To be
magic,
fair, they're still with my family though, and I'm not.
that is unfortunately one of the side effects of time magic.
Steve folds her arms behind her head. Huh, so just do what you did before, but in reverse.
I don't remember what I did end up here.
And find someone that helps you people remember.
I'm sure it'll come back to me. I have plenty of time.
You don't remember what you did, so you have to retrace your steps in sequence to figure out where you got to that thought.
I don't want to get stuck back in the time loop again.
She is ADHD personified.
Told you.
Yeah.
It might have something to do with my hourglass. You guys want to see it? She's gonna pull it
Oh,
out
no,
very
no, no.
ecstatically again.
No, 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 no.
No.
Please steal.
Behold, Aurelia's hourglass.
Da 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 da.
Look at it. It still
Well,
smells like
I know.
Faniel.
I like to think every time she pulls out the hourglass, it's like the Zelda. You got the thing.
I am adding that to the soundboard.
Da 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 da. Drops it. Shit. Yeah. Yeah. Hourglasses. They're probably shouldn't fiddle with that.
Unless need be.
Yeah, but now is not need be. Now is don't fiddle with it.
I guess for now.
I think it'd be good to figure out what all I can do at some point, though.
I like your thoughts. I do.
Well, then one of you should probably try to do the, that boogity boogity identify thingy.
Oh yeah. Have you tried that yet? Or do you know that spell?
She's gonna ask Pip for her book.
It will crawl out of your hat with the cloth, with the pocket watch, climbing into your pack, and will pull your spell book out of the pack, leaving the
She's
pocket
gonna-
watch with the packet.
Lick her finger, and then start scrolling through her her book. You'll see doodles, like just mischievous doodles on some pages as she's like scrolling through. Time sigils. A page about the hourglass, strangely.
A cartoonish drawing of Pip that does not seem to have been drawn by a humanoid.
Oh, yes, I can do that. What were you saying to do again with it? I forgot.
To identify the hourglass. So it'll help you kind of like understand what it is and what it can potentially do.
She's gonna like place the staff, which is standing upright, like just not even touching it anymore. So it's just standing there, and then she's gonna grab out her hourglass
Okay.
and hold it next to it, and then try to identify it.
You attempt to identify it, however, you do not get much from it, as this is an artifact rather than a standard magical item.
You will tell me your tales, Mr. Hourglass. I promise you that. Yeah, it doesn't want to talk to me. She's gonna put it back away.
Huh. Would Otto know that if you can't really identify something, that normally means it can be an artifact, or is that just something he wouldn't know?
Yes. There's only two possibilities for identifying not working, and that's it being cursed or it being an artifact. And the only reason Identify doesn't identify artifacts is because I say so in this instance. You have to do something stronger.
Okay.
In my mind, due to artifacts being supremely powerful.
Okay. Otto just gotta think for a second. But Ida told me that normally means it's either an artifact or cursed. And you don't seem like you're cursed, so I'm gonna assume it's just an artifact.
I don't think I'm cursed. I think I'm blessed.
I love having this thing.
Blessed or messed, you decide.
Maybe,
Oh my God, I get more slots to work with.
Then I guess I've also, well, I don't know if it's a blessing or a curse that I managed to finally take a thing off my bucket list. Making a deal with the devil.
What did you
see him
do?
just slowly look over at Arnold.
What does
What'd
that
you say?
mean, making a deal with the devil? I don't know what that means.
It means being very, very dumb.
Oh, it means I did like an
My
exchange
siblings
with
say I
him.
did that for free.
Well,
You get something out of it here?
Yeah, I got something out of it. I became a little bit stronger out of it.
How many gold leaves did you get? Did you
What?
get the blue ones? Or purple ones?
No, I didn't get anything.
Or did you get
I-
pretty flowers?
No,
Those
I
are worth
just,
a lot of money.
No, no, and no. I just kind of became a little bit stronger, or became able to cast magic better. Actually, no. I can actually see different possibilities now. Not timelines, but just possibilities.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. What happened to us, especially to divination magic and time magic?
Yeah, I know about it. A little bit. I wouldn't say too much. I don't like to toot my own horn, but I do know a bit about it. You guys know what horns are here, right?
Yes.
Thorgrim will basically like jump up and grab Scalurius in a headlock and pull his head down and be like, "No idea," and then gives him a noogie.
Oh, right. I'm sorry. I'm so silly.
Oh.
I'm silly me. My bad. My bad. How many days have passed now?
You still look up at the sky. None.
Oh, man.
Yes, you've only been here. What? How much time has passed?
Do you look at the sky?
Indeed.
You still look up at the sky again.
So, based on the position of the sun, despite the fact that you all know that you've had a very long conversation, the sun has not moved from its position.
At all?
No.
Uh-oh.
Isir is going to look down at the waters.
The waters are still lapping at the boat.
Okay.
I'm such a bad judgment of time sometimes, man.
Just gonna wander on over because I can't be too careful. Excuse me.
Yes.
May I take a look at the clock, please?
It'll take out your clock and look at the time.
Yep, checking the time.
It is ticking forward 1 second and then ticking backwards 1 second.
Oh no.
Okay. I'll walk over to Aria. Time is frozen, or rather, the seconds are repeating
No,
themselves.
it's not. She's gonna like. Have you ever like you play with your pencil and you like spin it between your hands? You know what I'm talking about, where you like rub your hands together and it like spins?
Oh yeah.
She's gonna do that with her staff to turn around to look at the clock.
The clock is in fact ticking forward 1 second and then ticking backwards 1 second.
Oh, that explains so much. Oh, how did I not notice that?
Yes.
Uh.
How did you not notice that?
That explains why I wasn't seeing timelines. It was kind of peaceful for a second. She's gonna pull out the hourglass. Alright, what's going on with her dials on her hourglass? What does she say?
You see that all of the sigils are presently stopped, and the hourglass appears to have a clog, not allowing sand to pass through to the bottom portion.
Oh, is there like
Uh-oh.
a thing that's blocking the flow? Like the, you know what I'm talking about? Like how hourglasses, they have like stoppers?
There
Does it
isn't
have like a stopper? Okay.
It doesn't have a stopper, it just seems that some of the granules have shifted in such a way that others can't get past.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Okay, I know how to fix this, and she's gonna go
Oh
just
no.
shake it.
No!
Roll the D100.
Motherfucker!
Man,
You enabled
we're
that,
gonna
Jordan.
face the clock.
Sorry, I was
Alright.
listening to stuff. What happened?
Shaky, shaky, that's what happened.
As she shakes it, all of you will hear silence for a moment before a loud gust of wind hits the sails, launching you all forward, and all of the clocks resume the normal flow of time.
Whee! Sploosh. Shit.
Yeah, guys, you guys should have told me to notice that. You guys kept telling me to put away my hourglass. You guys just gotta trust me.
It'll
Time got
just
stuck.
Turn around and we'll just start walking.
And she's gonna
away.
put it back in her bag.
It is too early in the morning for me to be dealing with this.
What is the morning?
It is when the sun starts to rise from that way, she says while pointing to where the sun rises from.
Oh, the sunrise. That's cool.
Also, technically, it's closer to afternoon rather than morning. We had the time skip before all of this happened.
Ah,
So, what do you guys do to pass the time?
things.
Depends on the day.
That's cool. That's cool.
Let's just mess around with spells, training. I think some of them are being taught, or I guess myself and a couple others are being taught how to speak to spiders. That's fun.
Oh.
Some of us just.
What are
brood
spiders?
Now I just wait for someone to make a double entendre.
I don't know too much about them, but Adel might.
Oh, okay. Adel Sorbet,
Adel does not respond.
Mrs. Bam.
Still
Adel, she
no
wants to learn
response.
about spiders.
He's better off asking Gloomhala. She knows more about spiders than I do.
Which one is that?
As if to answer your question, the other elf behind you starts going on a full, basically Wikipedia expose, talking about spiders in very, very, very deep detail, as if straight from a science textbook.
So I can pet them and befriend them.
She just keeps going. It's almost like a compulsive thing.
Otto will just whisper. Technically, yes, she does this at times where you have to. She'll just whenever she gets into a lesson, she doesn't really stop until she thinks it's done.
I could probably speed things up if I grab my hourglass.
See, that's not.
Wait,
Oh, okay,
no.
okay. Never mind. Sorry. It's
Yeah, this. I guess this also goes with how to pass the time. That some of us just learn things, others just kind of brood in corners like George over there, and then yeah.
yeah.
Not
This doesn't
brooding, I'm
feel
watching the
slow or
water.
fast. It just feels kind of normal. I think time works different. I'm not sure. This feels on par.
Maybe
Or does
for
it
where
always
you're
feel
from,
on
but-
par?
I mean, for
What's his
for here, it goes on
fast?
par.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I guess it'd be weird. I do have a way of making people go fast, but it doesn't work all that well.
Yeah, close enough. Does that one not work? There it is.
You know one thing I never understood about time?
What's
Everyone
my
says
pet?
it's like a river.
What is it actually like then?
It's like a kitten. It pounces where it wants.
Let me see.
Or loops back on itself when it's chasing its tail. Or sometimes it knocks things over and see what happens.
Huh.
I can also fold time sometimes, but kind of like a pastry. You know what pastries are? Do you have those here?
Yeah, we have pastries here.
So I tried to fold time once, like a pastry, to see what would happen. The colors were interesting.
Oh. This is going on. I was gonna walk over to Opidus and say, "Go. You have a chance to have another pocket watch?"
Obi will pull out a pocket watch and says, yeah, I have a lot of them actually.
Oh, can I have one?
Guess time's on his side.
He offers you one.
Thank you. Then he will walk back over to Hoppy and we'll start trying to figure out how to install a clock in him.
Okay. You can do so without too much issue, because it's just a clock.
Okay. He'll incorporate. We'll do that while Aurora's doing her thing, just tinkering with.
And you, who are you?
I assume you're talking to the one in black, yeah?
Have we met yet? You look taller.
The figure
Or
just
will we?
slowly turns to look at you, and
Chances are hard.
he watches you for a while until he eventually says, "I am Hubert."
You look taller though. Have we met yet?
We have not.
Okay. Okay, alright. Just wondering. Nice to meet you, Mr. Man. And she's gonna grab one of his hands with both her hands and shake it very enthusiastically.
He does not share your enthusiasm, but shakes your hand back and says, "Pleasure."
I can tell we're gonna be the best of friends.
I'm sure we are.
I've seen it already in my head, don't worry. And she's gonna happily skip back over to the rest of the people over here.
Really trying to hold back her laughter behind him.
Harold shuts her eyes, takes a very deep breath, and lets it out.
Hubert will turn back to face Adelsarday and Jubilee.
Oh, come on, it's funny. It is, and it's harmless.
It is hard. She pauses, and then just slowly looks to Jubilee. She can de-age you into nothing.
Well, as long as she's not using the hourglass, yeah. It's harmless.
I'm beginning to wonder why it is that such eccentric personalities appear around us.
Perhaps it's because we're so energetic ourselves.
I don't think we are that energetic.
We're not. That's the
That was
point.
the
I
joke.
making.
They do say opposites attract, milady.
Right.
You need to stop being attracted to us.
Are you not attracted to me anymore?
But
Hubert. Hubert just looks at you.
Well,
I am
did
not
you
in
say?
the mood. I am not in the mood for games, Jubilee.
very well.
Thank you.
What did Jubilee say?
I was jokingly when he said you just stop attracting these kinds of people. I was like, "You're not attracted to me anymore." It was a joke. It clearly was said as such. But after seeing Hubert really wasn't in a joking mood, she dropped it.
Do you guys really feel time passing? Or do you like pretend to?
Easty shrugs. You notice it when you notice it, and you don't notice it when you don't notice it.
I felt time pass considerably in several seconds.
Time is like a suggestion where I'm from.
Yeah, time is inevitable here. People grow old and get older, I guess.
And then die.
Oh, I've seen a timeline where I die once. I forgot what happened next, though.
I read a book that told me I was gonna die.
Me too.
But I didn't actually in that one. Huh.
Good
I
for
don't remember
you.
what happened when I read my book.
I actually haven't died since I read my book.
Yeah, I guess I wouldn't be if I'm right here. time. It doesn't fly. It dances badly on stilts.
Time.
Certainly a perspective.
And done. That was surprisingly easy.
It was just a clock. Why would it have been difficult?
Is that that? Otto was
Hoppy.
speaking to himself.
Yeah, but Hoppy was right in front of you.
I never really thought about giving you a clock.
I am uncertain of its purpose myself, but he looks over at her. Elf seems to wish me to have one.
I mean,
Hey, Elf.
She says she is a felt.
Fey elf. Would all know the difference between elves and fey elves?
Aurelia, but, you know,
Roll
we
a
have to get all
history.
technical about this, I guess.
Fey elves just typically their appearance change with the seasons. They are more in tune with seasonal magic, which allows them to their visage to shift as spring goes into summer, into winter, and so on and so forth.
Huh. I don't think I've seen a fey elf before, really. I know my dad used to tell me about them, but I've never seen one in the flesh.
And I have a lot of flesh. I'm made of it.
He's the old poker. Yeah.
Well, it's
Thank
good to
you.
know you're made out of flesh and not old flesh. Or dead flesh.
Does that happen?
Yeah.
Undead.
What is an undead?
It's a dead, but not dead.
But I don't get it.
Yeah.
Wouldn't they be alive then?
Yes, but it's
Kind of
also
like a
not.
zombie.
Well, that's a conundrum. I'm sure Death isn't happy about that.
George would say, probably not. My mother talks about how undead are kind of unruly.
She points to George. His mom was made by death. He thinks and then looks
You
to
know
George.
Mr. Death? How is he?
Miss Death, but I'm assuming she's fine. Haven't really gotten a chance to talk to them directly, but I assume they're good since things haven't
What's
gone
their
worse for
personality
us.
like? Do you think them and Time gets along?
And I assume they would. Time leads to death, so kind of go hand in hand. But the passing of time can lead to death, though.
I guess that makes sense, because memories are like pockets in time.
A lot of things seem to be like a lot of other things with you.
Yeah, that's how it works.
I wonder if that's why
Or
she-
sometimes I find other people's memories in mine. It's like when you do socks, but they like aren't yours in your laundry. That's kind of what it's like.
What's laundry? As we
I
say.
hate that.
Your clothes. I would show you, but I don't have a pair of extra clothes. And I don't really know you like that, so I don't want to. I can explain more if you need to. I have a lot of time.
Time is a tool you can put on the wall. Wear it on your wrist. The past is far behind us. The future doesn't exist.
She's doing this. Owl's kind of just doing his best to explain how a clock works and how to read it to the Hoppy.
Well, I'm tired. Is there a bed?
He's down below.
Mr.
to the back
Man.
of the stairs.
Where's down below? I've never been on one of these things before.
I'll point over to where everyone else, or Adol, Hubert, and
Those
Jubilee
three are?
standing. Yeah.
Allow me to show you if you truly need a rest.
Yeah, I'm just a little bit tired. After all, time is I forgot what I was gonna say. Let's go.
He will then lead you below deck to a place for you to take a nap.
Elle watches her go, and then lets out yet another exasperated sigh.
Never heard you sigh so much in a short span of time.
She's an interesting one.
I am unused to dealing with such eccentric personalities with the power to end one's existence at a simple mistake.
You do realize that most
Wonder
of
if
us
I
can
could
do that
absorb
now,
time
right?
powers.
You could kill me and I have defenses against your magical abilities. You could physically attack me and Hubert would be able to stop you. What on earth am I going to do if that woman decides on a whim to shake her time thing and suddenly I do not exist anymore?
LV is going to zoom over to Jubilee
Oh, hello.
and just like grip her gently by her upper arms and like smile just super widely and just look at her. You want to say anything different?
Quite a bit, actually.
Yeah. Isn't it great?
You're very energetic right now.
Yeah, no, not just that. Watch. And she backs up, and she does like that, you know, the model hair flip. And as she does, her silver hair kind of just like flares out, and like you actually see like sort of star shower sparkles.
Again, I don't have the right soundboard thing for this.
Yeah, no xylophone noises.
Oh no, he's hot!
And then she'll like lean over to Jubilee again, and then just say, "And that's not all. Look at the eyes. And she'll focus her eyes on you, and the little orange, almost sun-like pupils kind of just like stare at you, kind of uncomfortably, but
Very, very beautiful eyes.
yeah. But you know, they weren't there before.
They
I
were
only got those when I was young.
they were there before. We just never got to see them until now.
Oh, I mean, okay, yeah, fair. They were a lot more dull when I was, you know, not young. But and she just starts laughing and looking at herself.
All right, just take it easy, LV. You don't want to overdo it. Still,
I know. I haven't felt this good in so long.
Oh, well, that's happening. Adol, I do understand your point. Just think about what she said about being stuck in a Feywild in time for however long she was. She probably isn't really used to what's normal here.
Yes, I am aware. That is part of my exasperation. I do not doubt that if given the time to get used to this area, she would start being more responsible with the powers that she has. My point being, she is not.
So then, you gotta give her that time and be patient with her, like you did with most of us here.
I think you're missing the parts where I mentioned she could end my existence.
Okay? The amount of people that we know that could end our existence at a moment's notice is already passing the single digits, so I do get your point. I try not to think about it too much.
Elvie will spin around and go, It's one thing to end one's existence through a fireball or a lightning bolt or an axe to the head, but imagine ending your existence to the point where you never existed in the first place. That's the scary part.
It is, but having someone who has that power by our side is much better than having them potentially want to go against us when we're currently dealing with someone who wants to literally destroy everything.
That's also a good point.
That's why I have not suggested she leave the way she came. I'm aware that she would be a powerful ally.
Can she? Like, I don't even know where she came from. How could she go back?
If we really put our minds to it, we would be able to figure out a way.
I mean, you guys might. I mean, I have no idea how she got here in the first place, but whatever.
We know an Archfey. We know a few Archfey, actually. We could ask them.
Oh, right, yeah, them, yeah.
Even if they didn't know, no. And she looks to over to her. You have an idea or two, Dad.
He says to this and says, I'm not very good at fey magic.
Alright. Well, I guess even then we have Archfey.
Or are you suggesting at one point we might go see Glue and his darling Mother?
His Mother isn't Fey, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah, but...
It's his
but
beloved that's the Archfey.
Yeah, but, you know, if the lover is there, Glue is there, and if Glue is there, his Mother's also probably there, you know?
We will see. But if she wants to go back home, yes. But she seemed pretty ambivalent to whether or not she would go back home.
I mean, she did say she was trapped in there, so I don't think going back to the Feywilds would be her home, per se.
She was trapped in time, but time is not the Feywilds. But that is neither here nor there. We can deal with that issue once we're done dealing with Deadbeard.
Add another to the pile.
It'd be a good idea to get a good sense of her capabilities when we do deal with Deadbeard, so...
As long as those capabilities are not pointed at me. Or us.
I think that's exactly the issue. I don't think she can point it at anyone. I think it just happens.
I feel like you guys don't give her enough credit. She was about to control the weather?
I can
What?
also control the weather.
Exactly. Which tells me that she actually has some powerful magic output at her hand.
George, I feel that you are missing my point here. Yes, she is very capable. Yes, she is a powerful ally. But also, yes, she is impulsive. Yes, she is scatterbrained. And yes, she has an item which, if misused, will end our existence.
Kind of reminds you of some people, doesn't it?
Ooh,
Hi.
you?
Yeah,
What
you
do
know,
What do you have that would end my existence? Or
Well, I had something that would end people existences in one go. I did it once, remember? You have the item now.
What, your spells?
Oh. Yes, no.
The amulet.
Yes. The thing that...
Which one?
The thing I sent alternate George to hell with.
Yes.
Oh, that. I see.
Yeah. And I'm self-aware. I can be a little bit, out there at times. I'm just more aware of it than people seem to
I would
think.
say you're infinitely more grounded than Aurelia.
Yes, but I can let my mind wander at times.
I would approve. While I understand that you are all attempting to calm me, please do not downplay my worries to this situation.
Oh, no,
I'm not downplaying your worries.
Then just
Rather,
accept them
I'm
and leave
giving
them
an
be.
example of you've encountered this before. You can you know how to deal with it.
I'm not saying I can't. He just takes a deep breath and then exhales. Never mind. Just forget it. We will deal with things as they come, as we always have.
That's the spirit.
Besides, if we looked at everybody like this, then everyone would just be an enemy.
Adol's eyebrow twitches when she says nothing.
I just choose to count my blessings at this point. I'm just glad that the thing that she used upon me didn't blink me out of existence and simply aged me, or de-aged me. I am.
But how much did it de-age you is the question.
About 200 years.
Adol shivers. If that hit me, I wouldn't exist anymore.
If that hit most of you, they wouldn't exist anymore.
It would also depend on your own physiology.
I do not believe time is as picky.
Well, in this
if
case,
it
it's
had hit-
individual time.
If it had hit Adel, she'd be 38.
No.
She'd be about Jubilee's age.
So,
She-
no, she'd be my age, almost.
Adol's 198, if I remember correctly. So that would
100.
just...
178.
Yeah, so that would just straight up kill her.
No, not.
They were
Oh,
de-aged by
140,
100.
my mistake. I was thinking 240.
Yeah, you would be in elf years pretty much a child.
He'd be a baby.
I think it lowered us by a percentage, not by like an actual like number.
I do not want to test.
Yeah, that's right.
And no, Matt, it lowered you by whatever you rolled times 10.
Oh.
You rolled a 14, so it de-aged you by 140 years.
Oh, okay.
I thought for
Never
different
mind.
species it'd be different rolls.
Nope.
Alright, never mind.
Yep. Yeah, so it would delete pretty much all of you.
Look, I wouldn't even be a concept. It would delete my whole. It would probably delete me and then my family.
I'm fairly certain there's 4 characters who would have survived it. I think it would have been Thorgrim, Elvi, Adel Sarday, and Hubert.
Yep. All you 20 to 40-year-olds.
All the rest of us would just be that like scream meme where. "Ah!"
I don't feel so good.
Voice critical scream and then just disappears. Love that meme.
So yeah, we have a chronomancer with us, or someone who has chronomancy abilities. That's interesting.
Guess we will see how long it takes for her to adapt.
Hopefully quickly.
Hopefully.
It's an acrobatics check to cartwheel, right?
Yes.
Cool. Elvi's gonna try cartwheel. See if she can do it. Nope.
Oh dear.
Flop. You know when a 5-year-old tries to cartwheel and fails miserably?
Yes.
Yeah, basically what happens. Like, here I go. Flop.
Hubert will look. Hubert will look down at you and says, Perhaps you need some training."
Yes, I practice. Sorry, I was a little overzealous. Dusts herself off, gets up. And perhaps doing that on a moving vessel would not be as good of an idea. Perhaps I should wait till I let solid ground to try that.
You can do a cartwheel.
Well, I'm sure.
With one hand, too. But when I do it, it strains my neck something crazy.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Well, it's if you're doing it with one hand, you're really like bunching up your trapezius muscle, which is like the muscle in between your neck and your shoulder.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, that'll definitely. Yeah, that really will fuck up your neck if you're not careful.
Oh, check her clock. What time is it now?
It's a little past noon.
Oh. Guess she's just going to keep looking out at the ocean. Still go over and ask Hubert for training.
Roll athletics.
Otto will make a hobby watch just to pick up on things.
This fight is a little more even, Beastie, but you do manage to get the upper hand against her.
Beastie will grin. Ha!
Good job, Beastie.
Yeah.
I did it.
Hey, thanks for watching this video until the end. If you want to see more of my stuff, click on either the vids on screen or check out my YouTube channel. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and check the description for more places to follow me. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll be seeing you.